Just really quick, just to address the tactic that Darwin is using. When you're addressing Black women, it seems like you're addressing us as a collective. But then when it's time for us to throw it back to you as a collective, you suddenly remove yourself and you come up on this moral high ground and say, "I'm a married man. This doesn't apply to me." If you are going to throw out all of this vitriol towards the Black women as a collective, you also
All I'm trying to tell her is, the person you speaking to, you can't speak to me in general. Whenever I have the credibility to be able to speak it. I can shame whoever the hell I want because I'm living within my standard and the principles that I'm
Now,
critiquing about now, forever, whatever. It doesn't
what I'm
matter.
saying is you wasn't in the past.
Was I speaking that in the past?
You're
can I
Hold,
interject
you're
for a
speaking
second?
about
I
women
could.
being
Okay
hoes. If
then.
women are hoes, and if they're not
Okay.
sleeping
Should
with
I? Hold
somebody
on.
right now, like, come on, you
If
know
I
what I'm talking
if
about,
I don't
Darwin.
earn if back in the days, if I don't earn merchandise, I can't sell merchandise. But if I open up a store 20 years later, I can sell merchandise. So your whole logic is don't make any sense. I
No,
can
you're not
speak
making sense. You're
from
being
where
Wait,
disingenuous because
I'm
you know
so
speaking
wait,
exactly
from
but
what I'm
Darwin,
integrity.
talking
hold on a
I
about.
don't
second.
speak from I don't speak
Darwin,
from
so you're
20, 30 years ago. I speak from integrity from what I'm doing now, what I'm walking now. That's where I
Darwin,
speak from. And
you
I
DJ,
made
let him
sure I
finish.
didn't make
let me just
I
say
DJ,
didn't
let
this.
him
make none of
finish.
them,
Hold on, DJ,
and I
let him.
made sure I
Okay.
didn't make none of the mistakes that would put me or make me culpable or make me complicit in what I'm talking about. I didn't make none of those mistakes. So you got to miss me with the BS.
No,
All right.
I'm going by what you said in the past about how
Okay.
many women you smashed. You've admitted
How
that.
many women did I
That's what
say I
I'm
smashed?
talking about. No, you said I used to get down. I know I look good. Like that was the thing that you used to say.
Okay.
And you would try to get on other men on the panel saying, "Well, I mean, you probably did that because you really didn't, the way you look, you really didn't get a lot of girls."
Okay. What's
You
your
do
point?
that. You do that. You have laid your claim to fame how back in the day you used to smash. So I'm not trying to say
And you know
don't
what I
keep the
did?
message now, because I think everybody has redemption. Everybody should grow. Everybody should not be moving the same way that they did in the past. But what I'm saying is keep the message clear. What's right is right. What's right has
So
no
what?
gender. So if we're
So
talking
what?
about
What's unclear about my
being
message?
promiscuous, boys can be promiscuous, girls can be promiscuous. So if
No.
the message is stop being promiscuous, then preach that message across the board. That was the only thing that
I
I was saying.
preach. I'm telling you, I preach the message across the board. Why do you think I don't? Why do you don't think I don't fit the archetype or the criteria of the things we talk about every day on this panel?
I feel like
I literally
Hold
live within the
on. Hold
principles
on.
and the standards that I speak on. So I don't know what you talking about. You
All right. Hold
can't
on.
put me in that because that's not where I'm hailing from.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. Let's go to DJ Shan, and let's make sure we shut a mic. Go ahead,
Okay.
DJ. Then we come to Shan, and let's get Sweeney back in there.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks.
actually, I
So,
am married 21 years. Get it right.
um, period.
What the fuck is supposed to my fucking
So just really quick, just to address the tactic that Darwin is using. When you're addressing Black women, it seems like you're addressing us as a collective. But then when it's time for us to throw it back to you as a collective, you suddenly remove yourself and you come up on this moral high ground and say, "I'm a married man. This doesn't apply to me." If you are going to throw out all of this vitriol towards the Black women as a collective, you also have to receive it as a collective. This is not about your anecdotal position as a married man. We're speaking back to you as a collective. So I just wanted to clarify that. And I just feel like, promiscuous behavior starts off with your what your idea is as a family. And if y'all really want to go back, we could talk about the absentee fatherism and the validation that women seek as a result of those absentee fathers. But I don't hear anybody on this panel taking any accountability for that aspect and that angle of this conversation, which is very, very important.
Okay.
The reason why we didn't, because we premise our responses on a topic that JR gave us in the video that we was responding to. And when I made my statement, I spoke from integrity. That's the reason why Ash direct me specifically, not collectively. She wasn't speaking to me as a collective. She was speaking at me. She asked me personalized questions, and everybody interrupted coming up with their interruptions under the guise that they want to go probe and dig more on me. So miss me with this disguise that you coming at me with a collective. That's bullshit. You was coming at me specifically, and it all stemmed from the first question Ash asked. So I don't buy it. And what we got to do is stop looking at topics and videos that's on a specific subject, a specific gender, in a specific case, and try to shift the conversation over to holding the man accountable. We do that shit every time. I don't know why y'all can't just stay on the hill and die on your own, sword. We do it all the time when it's time to talk about us.
Well,
Actually, you guys
hold on,
shifted to the women
hold on,
usually.
y'all.
I'll leave it at that.
Hold on, we're going to Shan. Aisha, did you want to get in there too? Okay.
Okay, so I have a question. Okay, so one of the things I heard, I'm going to bring it back to the women, right? Because I do want us to understand women. One of the things I heard, like one of the girls said, she's a Southern girl. I too was raised in the South where it was shamed. You were raised a certain way. It was like you to be a Southern belle. You had to close your legs. You don't give it out to men, all that kind of stuff, right? I do think that church has a lot to do with this. I think that a lot of people who are strong on their beliefs were raised, like whether you believed in it or not, your mama had you in church, you had a higher God that you believed into, right? Because I think that there are some people who don't have that. And so they're like, those beliefs that some people have, they just don't have them for themselves. We have to look at that. Maybe they don't think of a higher power where we may be fearing God, like you're not supposed to be promiscuous. You're not supposed to fornicate. Or you feel bad doing it. And some people don't believe in that. Some people just feel like it's my body, it's my choice. There's nothing else that I have to, hold myself accountable to, but myself. It's something I want to do. It's something I want to do. And that's something we have to look at. Another thing I wanted to address too was the behavior of women. We have to first of all, understand women. Women like attention, right? Women like to be adored. Women like to be desired. Now, how you get that comes off different ways, whether it be, oh, you're just a pretty girl. You get attention regardless, right? Some of you get attention. You don't have to sleep with a man. You're going to get it regardless. You got some women who may go above and beyond. They may do a whole lot of stuff on their Instagram to grab that attention. Some women may have to go and sleep with men to get that attention. You feel me? It's just, but one thing all of it has in common is women do like to be adored. They like to be desired. They like attention. It's, to me, a lot of women who give off that I'm giving it to everybody. That's an attention. It's something about she's not getting it. That's her way of getting that attention. Them Instagram people who want those likes. If you ever go to an Instagram, you'll see people who have very few likes. They'll take that picture off and they'll try it again. Have you seen how they'll have tons of pictures and they'll put the one they feel like is the best picture? That's because they want you to like them. Because the person who don't give a shit just gonna throw a picture up there. You feel me? Women like to be adored. It's just in our nature. We like to, and it's just some people are trying to get it the wrong way, and that's the problem.
All right, go ahead, Aisha. Let's go to Sharon. Sweeney.
So I think that, back to Darwin's question about how women can be protected socially. I think that boils down to a number of things. I think that we have to promote, which they have sort of been doing, promote diversity, and change the narrative. And I think that goes to us to support things that, create like Black women in the background, being a good thing, being a key thing, and start pushing positive images of Black women. I think that there is a divergent group of people in every culture. Like, in every culture, there is the bad class. There's a group of people that aren't, there's a group of divergence in every class. And I think for some reason in our culture, we just seem to get highlighted the most. It's very much so magnified, but everybody, they got crackheads and prostitutes and hookers. Everybody has that. So I think that the fact that it's magnified amongst Black women, like Shan said, we walk outside and we don't see these people. Yet we get on this panel and that's all we talk about. We're talking about people that we don't even see every day. You guys get on social media and get on these podcasts and literally are getting money about talking about women that you don't even see every day. You're not.
You don't
You're
even know
not
it
seeing.
personally.
You know what I mean? But you're getting on here
How
and you're
can y'all speak for us?
for 3 hours about women that don't even. That's a small, minute. It's just that is what they're pushing through the algorithm because sex sells, no matter who's selling it. So it's getting pushed on us. And I feel like the only way to combat that is for our black men and black women. I talk about this all the time. Is for us to get on code. The reason why it's pushed so hard in our communities because we're not on code with one another.